A 21-year-old man, Nolan Brewer, was arrested because he and his wife drew Nazi symbols on a synagogue last year, and the pair also attempted to create homemade explosives to set the building on fire, but were quote-unquote spooked by closed-circuit television cameras. Now, interestingly, BuzzFeed came out and blamed Ben Shapiro for it, said that he was one of the influences that made them do what they did, or influenced them to do that. Now, when talking about his actual influences, Brewer did not mention Ben Shapiro, but he did mention having watched his videos, read his content, etc. Is Ben Shapiro directly responsible for this? I think that's questionable. But this is the question I do want to ask. Is it possible? Now, Ben Shapiro and many of the people on the right who support Ben Shapiro's views immediately ran us as, how can a white supremacist be influenced by Ben Shapiro? He's Jewish, and this guy was anti-Semitic, so therefore could not be influenced by him. Well, that's kind of a non sequitur. The far-right ideology of Nazis is mirrored quite well in the far-right ideology of Zionists like Ben Shapiro. Much of the ideology of not even just actual Nazis, but far-right in general, is the belief in their own inherent superiority over others. I mean, this is the cornerstone of Zionism. The belief that somehow the chosen people of God are inherently superior to all others around them, particularly Palestinians, and in particular, the entire Arab world. Now, when Ben Shapiro rattles off a bunch of right-wing, frankly, BS, a lot of that is agreed with by the far right, even white supremacists, except for the racial issue. And in fact, the commonality there, as I said, is a belief in inherent superiority. In fact, they would agree with Ben Shapiro on a lot of things. Now, they would also blame Jews and Jews like Ben Shapiro for many of the problems that exist. But in the general opinion, yes, they actually would agree. There are great connections and similarities between Nazism and Zionism. And it's not unbelievable that people would identify Ben Shapiro as a Zionist. I think he may have actually said that he straight out is. Regardless, was he actually influenced by Ben Shapiro? I think that's still a question mark. And one that I don't think is even really necessary to investigate. I don't think it's really that important. The far right's there, the far right's there. But could he have been? I think that's absolutely true. I mean, we can see this in our own movement as well. Look at anarcho-communists. I mean, I wouldn't consider them to be communists at all. But can they still be inspired by Marx? Absolutely. I've even seen liberals who are inspired by Marx. Does that make Marx a liberal? Or Marx responsible for liberalism? No. But they can be inspired by him. So I think that I don't really care if he was inspired by Ben Shapiro, but I think it's worth pointing out that it is possible. It is important to point out the similarity between Nazism and Zionism, because they are kind of two peas in a pod. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.